Alright, and here we go. First game, PPP between the stream team and SFL. Let's do this. Alrighty. Woo! I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. EK448, what's up? Roll Easy, what's up? How's it going? Alrighty, starting off in the 9 o'clock position, we have Cross. In the 6 o'clock, we have gGEaZy, and 3 o'clock, we have Riddick. Then on the SFL team, we have top left, 11 o'clock, Health, 7 o'clock, Banging, and 5 o'clock, Nightstand. All right, let me take myself away from this. So right off the bat, I think it's pretty safe to say that the stream team that I'm gonna call has pretty much the advantageous positions. The reason why is because they are spawning all in mid positions, so therefore the rush distances are much shorter. Therefore, what that means is when you're fighting in the middle, when you're all converging together, that means that you're able to reinforce your army much faster than this longer choke that the corner players has to go through. So then I think the SFL's method or their path to victory is going to be play a little bit more defensive, potentially take the more the economic approach and approach the tech a little faster, you know, sort of bait the fight, have maybe, ooh, thank you for the, wait, what just happened? I don't know what just happened, but thank you. But yeah, basically, I think the SFL team is going to take the more defensive approach relative to the stream team, who have the very aggressive positions. And looks like everyone is going 3-gate Forge. Okay, so it looks like this is Riddick here on the 3 o'clock position. 6 o'clock, we have gGEaZy. Everyone's going for 3-gate Forge. So we're getting pretty much the most standard build out of everybody. No one's playing extra aggressive. No one's going for greedy build like a... Oh, just one more! Oh, I think he could have gotten away with that. But I suppose he's playing a little safe. And now you get the 1 Zealot poke. So the 1 Zealot poke is very important in Protoss matchups, where you get these 3 Zealots that come out after your first Zealot. And rather than being able to roam, you're sort of forced to address the Zealot poke here. And you see every Protoss player sort of roaming with this 1 Zealot. So you have one here at 11 o'clock, you have one here at 9 o'clock, you have 2 over here at 6. And right now gGEaZy is doing a great job, just, oh, nice, defending. I don't think he really suffered any probe loss except 1 right there by that Zealot. And then you have this Zealot, or actually you have 4 Zealots over at 5 o'clock. There's gonna be a lot that I missed, so bear with me on that. Keep hearing a sound, and I'm not really too sure what it is. I might have to turn off alerts, but yeah, there's gonna be a lot that's happening. There's gonna be a lot that I missed because I'm trying to cast and observe at the same time, so bear with me, guys. So right now we have gGEaZy and Nightstand basically marking each other, or man-to-man. Then we have 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock, gGEaZy and Banging. And then we have 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, Cross and Health fighting each other. Based on the gas count, looks like Cross is opting to go for the tech build. So he's going to go 3-gate tech. And then meanwhile, looks like on the SFL side, we have 7 o'clock going for the tech. So you're going to have designated roles per team. So generally, there's going to be 1 player out of the 3 Protoss that's going to go for tech, for DTs, and then eventually drops. And then you'll also have 2 players going for mass. So a little bit more mass favorable build, where you're pretty much just, you know, building units so that way you can always threaten the push, while one of those massing players will get observer. So that way, for those DTs that come out, the player going tech, they don't have to invest as much gas into observers as they would instead on High Templars instead. Right off the bat, I can see that 7 o'clock's tech is slightly faster, not oh so much significantly, just slightly. So we can tell right away that Banging is playing pretty well and on top of his gas. The Citadel is done. We'll see the Templar Archive. Same thing on the 9 o'clock side. We have Cross, and we have 6 o'clock and 3 o'clock fighting together, trying to come here at 7. That means that Nightstand, Nightstand can come over here and sort of threaten the counter. And let's see if they commit fully or if they decide to come back and help. I think this is a good time for Nightstand to come and counter instead of backing off. This is a great time, because if there's 2 players in one player's map, that means that you should be able to sort of counter and react accordingly. And here you have Cross going all the way down. So now the issue is, what is Health going to do at 11 o'clock? Is he going to counter, or is he going to help sort of come to 6 o'clock? He's going to face a lot of probe damage, I think, once his cannon goes down, because these zealots are not long for the world. And here instead you have Banging ready for the defense. He is the one going tech, so I think he's perfectly fine, perfectly suited to just simply play the defensive game. And with the Templar Archives out, he should have DTs coming out in no time. He might try and go for the Robo Bay. I don't think it'll work yet, but oh no, the Nexus is going to go down. Oh no, the Nexus is going to be close. There's 4 zealots whacking away at it. Oh god, oh god. Oh, if the Nexus goes down, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Oh, 14 health. Oh. I think they're gonna definitely look to snipe it though. gGEaZy has to be on he has to be on the edge of his seat. Oh my goodness, that was literally 1 punch away, or 2 punches from the zealot away from dying. gGEaZy has to be playing so gosh darn defensive now. The moment you step out and you get 1 zealot in your base, that's it. That's it for that Nexus. And while it's not impossible for gGEaZy to rebuild, it's basically gonna mean he's not mining for a few minutes. Whew. Man, my heart was beaten there. And great exchanges here by Health there. Health and Nightstand both converging onto 9. This is actually great timing. You do eventually want to attack the players going tech, so that way they can't sort of freely drop, if you will. Oh, he went for the kill. Sorry, I missed it, but nice, great play by Banging. Oh man, he went for the kill, and see, gGEaZy can rebuild the Nexus. It's not impossible, but he's basically not mining. He has 4 minerals left, and this is his only army. He has to make these count. And so now gGEaZy and Riddick, they're both going in. Looks like they're going to go for the Nexus. I think Nightstand is doing a good job defending right here, but he doesn't really have enough units to take down these zealots. Oh goodness, it's going to be close. We're going to see drop here. Oh, did they get anything? I don't see any kills. I don't see a drop. I don't see storms either. Oh, did he? I think he, what happened? I'm not sure what happened. Oh, but I think Nightstand's going to lose his Nexus too. Oh, both players loses their Nexus, but does Nightstand have enough money? He does have enough money after he canceled. He has actually money enough for 2 Nexus, so I think he'll be fine. But basically, there's 2 players on equal footing. 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock. They both lose their Nexus, and now they both have to basically just sit there and rebuild. Now, I think, oh, I missed a drop right there, but it looks like he got a decent amount. Not a great pull right there, but I think, oh, he's got to pay attention to these zealots. This is his only army. Remember, this is his only army. He can't mine for quite some time because he's rebuilding on 2 Nexus. There we go. Right there, 1 and 2. Okay. So, yeah, Nightstand has to be extra careful with this army. He either has to make this army, make sure they're significant enough to count and be impactful, or basically just hold himself until he can get his money back up. gGEaZy's Nexus finally up. You see a ton of money going in. But the rate of income is just going to be nothing compared to what it could be. So, darn it, I missed another drop again. Couldn't see. Oh, it looks like it's a Reaver. Reaver doesn't look like it has any kills so far. Oh, 6 kills. Good enough, but not impactful. Although there's not a lot of probes here, so looks like a lot of probes right here, and he's going to actually lose a few. Looks like neither team, unfortunately, cut Dragoons, meaning that there's Dragoons to sort of help snipe the shuttle instead of relying on cannons to help defend. Now, 11 o'clock has a lot of zealots going down to 6. There's not a lot to defend gGEaZy yet. Riddick is coming in to help defend. He has a lot. This macro is pretty great by gGEaZy. As you can see, he has the most supply so far. Let me actually change the colors here so I can see a little better. But here comes Cross with his drop. Looks like he may be heading towards 5 o'clock. Unfortunately, he's flying right over cannons and he sees it. I'm sure he's calling it out as well. He's going straight to 7 o'clock. Is he going to defend, or is he going to focus on the drop? Is he going to focus on the drop? He's not paying attention. Oh, but he didn't drop either. Let's see how the drop goes. Oh, I don't see any 3 kills so far. Yeah, 3 kills, but forcing the pull is really significant as well. And now a lot of zealots coming in towards 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock doesn't have any cannons, so he's going to be forced to rely on defending with just zealots. Shuttle with Reaver. Yep. Oh man, this is going to be huge. He needs to make sure. Oh, he lost that Reaver. And no boom. Uh-oh, here comes Health now coming in for the counter. So now you see a lot of counter plays happening, right? You see 3 o'clock coming into 5 o'clock, then 11 o'clock counters into 3, and then now 7 o'clock is keeping 9 o'clock busy. So there's a lot happening. Basically, you know, this is what 3v3 is all about. Everything is basically all about the counters, baiting, defending, and it can be hectic. And as you can see, I'm missing a lot right now. Okay, but Riddick has a big army. I don't see him sustaining too much from this. And right now, Nightstand at 5 o'clock, he's just trying to get back up. The 2 Nexus will definitely help him rebuild faster than gGEaZy will. But they're pretty much on relatively equal footing, banging here at 7 o'clock. Trying to just keep active with the oh! And it's all at 11 o'clock. I missed that drop. Here comes a drop attempt here at 9 o'clock. The thing with dropping is that you sort of have to diversify it, right? You can't just keep going to the same person over and over again. And I'm not sure if 6 o'clock has been attempted to been dropped at least once either yet. Here comes a drop. This is like the perfect timing when you're getting attacked. The High Templar unfortunately got dropped a little bit too far out, and it couldn't get a storm off. This is the part where unfortunately you're sort of either forced to commit or back out. But because Riddick came in, or because gGEaZy came to sort of help, now they sort of have to commit, right? And oh man, now the supply, as you can see at the very top right here, the supply is way in favor of the stream team right now. The drops just need to be a little bit more significant for the SFL team. And here comes one finally to 6 o'clock. But 11 o'clock getting all 11 being the master is huge, and great pro pull right now by gGEaZy. Pretty much going all 3 sides, right here to the left, to the right, and all the way up. That's the mechanics of gGEaZy. I think gGEaZy is probably one of the faster players that you'll see streaming. And now here comes a huge army from Riddick coming towards 5 o'clock to pretty much finish him off, it looks like. So 11 o'clock needs to make this counter count, but I think 6 o'clock is just going to come save him. And yeah, you're pretty much at this point seeing sort of a clockwise rotation of attacks happening here. You have 3 o'clock attacking 5 o'clock, 11 attacking 3 o'clock, and now 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock are just trying to trade equal amount of blows with each other with the drops. And here comes another drop heading up towards 11. Don't see one for 6 o'clock. Looks like there's one right there, but is he going to see this? I think 5 o'clock is dead, unfortunately, but 11 o'clock does see it, but he has so few probes and pulling. Oh, baby! 13, 15 kills. Oh, no. He pulled them back too late. Now he only has 2 probes left, 3 probes left. And these cut dragoons, they're just sitting there. This is why you need observers everywhere. You have to have observers along the cliff. You need spotter pylons on these sort of DMZ, the dead man areas, the dead zones where you need vision. This is why it's important to have vision. You know, it's going to be hard to react in a split second, so you got to give yourself that opportunity to be able to pull your probes quickly enough, and that's by giving yourself the vision. And unfortunately, I think the vision is just a little lacking for SFL team right now. I think the stream team also is sort of lacking on the vision side. They definitely losing the Nexus definitely didn't help, but I think they're able to recoup a way better. And this mass by Riddick, he's maxed out. He's pretty much outmassing all of the SFL team combined right now. And this, I think we're about to see GG anytime now. Wow. I think the drops were just too impactful by 9 o'clock, by Cross. And there just wasn't enough to stop it. You know, the drops from 7 o'clock, I think, needs to be a little bit more diversified. But yeah, that was a excuse me, that was a great game already, and this is just game 1. So yeah, great game. I think we're about to see GG any second now. At 5 o'clock dead, 7 o'clock looks like he's about to die, and there's really nothing that can stop the train that is the stream team right now. So we could be seeing GG any second. Oftentimes we see these games sort of linger on a little bit longer, just so that the team that lost sort of, you know, regains their bearings. There we go, GG. Game 1 goes to stream team, and we move on to game 2. Okay, perfect. Stream team goes ahead in the series 1-0. Yeah, I was just gonna say that oftentimes you see the losing team sort of gather their bearings, regroup, discuss what went wrong potentially for the next Protoss versus Protoss matchup, and just get ready for the next game. No, I will not send the replays in Discord because this is valuable information. Okay, we're gonna move on to game 2 now. Aren't Riddick, Easy, and Cross like some of the best 1v1ers out there? I don't know if they would be the best. I can definitely tell you a few names that are better, but they are definitely one of the better players. Like, I would definitely consider them above average. Okay, but great game, 1-0 for Stream Team above SFL, but it's a best of 7, so whoever gets to 4 wins first will be the winner. All right, here we come. PPZ, Protoss Zerg, game 2. Alrighty, we have 12 o'clock position. We have gGEazy. 7 o'clock we have Riddick, and 6 o'clock we have the Cross TV1 playing as Zerg. Okay, and then on the SFL side we have Banging at 11 o'clock, Nightstand at 9 o'clock, and Health playing as a Zerg at 5 o'clock. Okay, so this is Protoss Zerg. Yeah, they do have pub dominated, you're right. This matchup is going to be very similar to what you guys are probably generally familiar with in terms of like games that would normally go on in you know, like pub lobbies or public game lobbies where you know, yeah, pretty much like players gathering, building cannons all over the map and just, you know, looking to push players. And generally PPZ plays out like that. You have, looks like 9 pool coming from both sides looking to play a little bit aggressive. Let's see if the Protoss decides to do anything a little different. So right now we have gGEazy playing the 2-gate, Riddick playing the 2-gate, and then the SFL Protoss looks like they're preferring the 3-gate option. So the slight difference between the 2-gate and 3-gate option is that you do get 2 Zealots out faster if you go the 2-gate option, but then if you go the 3-gate, the 1-gate to 3-gate, you sort of get 1 Zealot and then 3 Zealots out later, where you're able to sort of harass a little bit better, if you will, with your initial Zealot. Okay. But let's see. Neither play. Oh, Forge before second. Oh no, second balance right there. I apologize. Looks like everyone is pretty much playing standard. Everyone's playing pretty standard 3-gate Forge. Zergs are getting their 9 pool speed. We can see 5 o'clock not getting speed yet for some reason. Where's the speed? Yeah, the 100 gas. The speed, you see the 4 gas right there is because he stopped mining gas at 88. So that means he has just enough, like 104 right there, but there's no speed. I think he's forgetting speed. This is going to be huge. You're not going to see the impact just yet, but eventually you'll see red Zerglings basically get speed faster, so their engagements are going to go way better. So this is going to be huge. This is going to be important. So these fights are going to be is going to mean everything. So if blue Zerglings don't see value here, they're just going to get run over by the speed. Oh no, he's forgetting speed. He's forgetting speed, and I'm harping on it a lot right now. But oh, he finally got it. But it's I think red Zerg speed is going to be done by the time blue Zerg speed is done. Now that was poor engagement there by red Zerg, by that stream team. We have 12 o'clock fighting each other, and this wall I think is a great idea. So now red team is going to try and make their way up, or they're going to let this happen. But as you can see, the speed is done. They're able to fight a lot better, although that engagement went very well for health. He's basically able to even the Zergling count, although he's not reinforcing as fast. as fast as 6 o'clock Zerg is right now. Yeah, we're not gonna talk like that in this chat. But now we see Cross coming into health, taking a lot of pot shots on his Zerglings. And we see the break, although I don't think it's fully deterred yet. You know, you see the cannon still here. You still have a lot of zealots available. So even though you do trade for the three cannons, it's not completely deterred yet. And these 2 cannons are still about to happen, are still about to come up. So 12 o'clock, gGEaZy. He's doing the right play. He's basically building cannons of his own right now, and pretty much preventing the cannon crawl, so that he basically can't get pushed any more than he is. But now, you know, now who is 11 o'clock? Now banging can pretty much maintain this cannon distance to prevent any move out by 12 o'clock. So now SFL is pretty much effectively playing a 3v2 against the stream team, against 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. So now it's going to be very important that 7 o'clock doesn't overindulge in his fights, and also 6 o'clock plays pretty defensive, because if 6 o'clock overextends, he's going to be very vulnerable to attack. And this is pretty much what's happening. So you see here, there's actually not enough cannons to prevent gGEaZy from coming out. You see his Zealots just walk right out. He's also getting 2 gas along with the Nexus. 7 o'clock also getting a pretty fast Nexus, whereas the SFL team are just preferring the tech method instead. So you're gonna see speed way faster from the SFL team, and potentially basically have better fights. And as one of the viewers pointed out, we have 5 drones at 5 o'clock and 8 drones at 6 o'clock. So the economic lead is just going much better for 6 o'clock right now, and 5 o'clock is going to have to catch up a lot. At this point, I think, yeah, you should start building drones. And I think we're seeing sort of a commit here. I'm not sure if he's fully committing. There is backup coming in, so I think they have to be ready to pull out, or at least back up. You don't want to lose all of your zealots right now. This is definitely not the time for it, especially when you haven't fully established it. And now actually the cannons are there. But you can see gGEaZy, perfect timing, getting the robo, getting double robo. And then are we seeing a robo bay yet? No robo bay yet. There's a robo bay. So yeah, the 12 o'clock, considering he's blocked in, he's basically responding appropriately, getting the robo bay, and accepting that, hey, I need to get out of my base, and it's going to be through shuttles and reavers now. 5 o'clock, I think, is now going to have to defend. So, you know, it's the sort of classic swing. Once you fight, once you lose your army, you have to sort of prepare for the counter. And I think because he lost all of those drones, it's going to be a little bit harder for him to defend. He's definitely going to lose some drones if he doesn't die outright. And this is a lot of Zerglings. I think he's going to risk losing either all of these Sunkens or all of these drones. Oh, man, the DPS is too much and the help is too slow. I think we're going to see 5 o'clock fall here if he doesn't lose all of his drones. Yeah, we see Zealots finally coming in, but I think this is a little too late. The Zerglings are going to take down so many of the drones, and we only have 41 minerals left. So even if he loses all of these drones right here, this is going to be GG for health, and I think he's going to actually lose all these hatcheries, and he can't really rebuild extractors. So now 9 o'clock, sort of playing defensively. Thankfully, with PPZ, it isn't impossible to play the game out after you lose your Zerg ally. You know, you are a little bit on the ticking time clock right there. You know, you sort of have to press the issue, otherwise the Zerg is just going to get bigger and bigger and really can't stop it, right? So, yeah, definitely the time is on the side of Stream Team right now. So, you know, the 11 o'clock, 9 o'clock, nightstand and banging, they're going to have to make a play soon. I think if they're able to potentially defend this upcoming drop that happens and then go for a push towards 6, that could be effective. But right now, this mass here by 7 o'clock is huge. This whole game, or this whole series so far, this game and the last game, I think 7 o'clock Riddick has been showing really strong macros so far. And pretty much showing great playmaking skills too so far. So we're not seeing a drop yet. There's a shuttle with 2 reavers. Okay, looks like 5 o'clock is completely dead. We're seeing 2 shuttles riff. I'm not really too sure what the second shuttle would have, but speed is also done. Are they going to call it out? Looks like he's heading straight towards 9, which I think is a great idea because you already had Dragoons sitting right there. And he does see it. It's just a matter of how well he pulls and how well these reaver shots go. Oh, Gray Deviation of angle. Let's see how these Reavers... Oh, the Reaver actually didn't shoot. Oh, dud Reavers, but there's no Dragoons to prevent these Reavers from getting shots off. And now he can sort of pick away at these cannons. And Zealots can walk towards it, but Reavers are just going to keep microing over and over again to sort of stay alive. And this is the part where SFL team has to pretty much just make a play. They can't sit here, unfortunately, because the longer the game goes, the harder it's going to get, because they're playing a 2v3, right? So yeah, they have to push. I don't really think they have another option to, again, you know, if right now, let's say they're fighting 1-to-1, eventually they're going to fight 1.5 to 1. But gGEaZy pretty much making the right transition so far and just getting a you know, classic drop tech, you know, High Templars. You know, eventually he's going to have pretty much Doom drop skills or Doom drop capability and be able to just take out the main if he needs to. And we also see Hydras out on the map. I think we could just see a push outright or a break here at 12. Actually, instead, it looks like we're seeing a break at 9. I think this isn't going to be too efficient. There's a lot of Zealots with a lot of cannons, and unfortunately, Zealot on Zealot into cannons just doesn't work as well. Now, if a drop were to come in at the same time, I think that would be great. But it looks like the drops are instead opting to go to 11. I don't think they're going to break it at 9, but unfortunately, there's no response over at 11 o'clock, and I think this drop kills everything. There was a 39 kill High Templar, and unfortunately, there's nothing that 11 o'clock could do. Looks like he's opting to try and push for 12 o'clock, but with these two Reavers and potential Storms about to come out, I don't think this is going to break. 9 o'clock did survive, but now you're just walking into Acid Spore or Acid Shooter or Acid Spines, Needle Spines. A pool of Needle Spines. And now you see the break over at 12. I don't think it's going to clear it completely, but just the fact that they're trading unit for unit is going to be significant enough, especially after the fact that 11 o'clock basically lost all of his probes. And I'm pretty sure there's still something left in one of these shuttles. I feel like that would be something sneaky that gGEaZy could do. So yeah, he's going to have to address it quickly. But this is why you always need Dragoons in your base. This is why you need some sort of drop deterrence. Whether it be Protoss, PPT, PPZ, you know, you just need some form of drop deterrence. You can't rely on just cannons, because Zealot can, you know, pot or tank cannon shots, and Reavers can basically just shoot away at cannons from afar. So, yeah, if anyone learns a lesson from these games, it's just that you need to watch, or you need to have Dragoons in your base. Okay, nothing actually in those shuttles. They are going for the block, but I think, yeah, with the counter coming up or with the help coming in, I don't really think it's gonna be too effective. We see another drop coming in. Let's see these storms. I think he's just trying to figure out where the best place to storm would be. There's about 10 kills. And now with Lurkers, he's going to be able to contain 11 o'clock, and now they're probably just going to put all their focus onto 9. And it looks like a drop, unfortunately, got deterred with the shuttle not even being able to drop the High Templar. So far, the stream team, I think, dominating this fight, this matchup. And we're even seeing drones right here. I think that's inadvertent, but still. This is a sort of luxury that the Zerg has right now, where he's able to drone. And you can see the money just... There's just so much money for them to spend right now, and the supply is also... You can see gGEaZy has more supply than the two of them combined. We see another drop coming in at 9 o'clock. GG call by SFL, and now the series is at 2-0 in favor of the stream team. GG by the stream team, by SFL as well. And also, anyone in the chat, please mind your manners. Please be sure to speak appropriately. Please do not bad manner others, whether it be the players, whether it be me. Okay. Games have indeed been competitive so far. Okay. So now we hop into game 3, and what I consider one of the more fun matchups to play. I definitely consider it a little bit stressful too, but yeah, definitely one of the more favorable matchups to play, which is Protoss Terran. Alrighty, we're about to hop onto game 3. So far, score is 2-0, but that doesn't mean SFL is out of it just yet. It is a best of 7 series, so we're gonna see at least 4 games, potentially 7. Alrighty, here comes Protoss Terran. Can't wait for this one. I'm excited to see how it turns out. Alright, in the stream team, we have Riddick at 1 o'clock, Cross at 5 o'clock, and the Terran gGEaZy. Okay, for SFL, we have Health at 12 o'clock, Banging as Terran at 12 o'clock. I'm sorry, Health is at 11. Banging is at 12. And Nightstand at 6 o'clock. Okay, so as we mentioned last game, or as we mentioned in the Protoss game, you generally want as many mid positions as possible if you are going for the sort of the mass heavy build. So that way you can sort of fight an easier fight. Your reinforcements come in faster. Of course, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword where you know, the faster you can reinforce, the faster they can come into attack. So we sort of saw that with gGEaZy dealing with the attack coming in from 5 o'clock when coming down to the Nexus and killing, or the Zealots coming in and killing the Nexus. But PPT, I personally like to play this matchup just because it's not necessarily brute force. So if you consider Protoss Zerg to be more on the, you know, sort of the macro heavy brute force type of builds, PPT, that would be more of a finesse type of build in my opinion, where, you know, you're playing a very heavy micro game with sort of the least amount of units possible. Just because all the Protosses will generally opt for sort of a Dragoon build, so that way they can eventually deal with mines from Vultures. Just because as soon as Vultures are out from the Terran side, then they're able to mine up the Protosses and address the Zealots as well easily with the Patrol Micro. And we see actually great scout here by Health seeing the bio play. So bio is definitely not as prevalent in this meta as the mech would be. So you can see right here, Banging is going for the mech. You know, if Vultures are out, they're able to handle the Zealots a little bit better. However, going bio, you definitely have that one timing right before the meching Terran has a critical amount of Vultures, because if you're fighting 8 Marines with 1 Vulture, the 8 Marines of course will win. And we actually see a attempt at block here as well with the pylon. You do have an ally Protoss here at the 7 o'clock side, and actually it looks like both Protosses on each side are opting to go for a block of some kind. Attacking the pylon sort of isn't really, yeah. The Zealot, the bunker coming up, I think will help, and the Protoss being right adjacent to him, I think will also help as well. But now there has to be some sort of address at the 7 o'clock position, and at the 12 o'clock position as well. So now you're basically fighting 2 different fronts. Oh, and the Zealot is getting 4 kills, or 3 kills so far, but that's huge. 3 Zealots without, or 3 probe kills without losing the Zealot is huge. That's very effective. And now there has to be some sort of answer for this pylon. I don't think there is going to be. He's sort of chasing the probe. That's not really what you want to do. And he's going to have to get the Vulture out as quickly as possible to sort of snipe that probe and potentially kill the cannon. There's no movement. He's going to have to bring it out. But I think going for this block is a good idea because you're gonna have to block this bio, otherwise it's gonna be too strong to actually defend. There has to be some sort of play against this cannon here. And instead he's gonna send this vulture out at 7 o'clock. We have, oh, I don't think this block is gonna happen. Basically the Marines are just too much, and the Zealot is coming in to help from 5 o'clock. And I think 6 o'clock just lost a little bit too many probes there to effectively keep up here. And now the Marines and Zealots are going to be too strong, and so you're going to need a lot of cannons. And even with these cannons, it's not going to be enough to keep the gateways from coming down. So that's sort of the downfall there. So now what Terran's going to have to do is make sure he gets a lot of vultures out. He's going to have to either attack and address the Protosses effectively, or come down and actually help the Marines. But this is a lot of Marines, there's a lot of Zealots, and he's going to have to just hope that the SimCity survives him because, oh my goodness, unfortunately he's going for the kill, and I think that's good, but I don't think there's going to be enough to... Alright, yeah, I don't think 6 o'clock is going to be able to defend himself, whereas I think 1 o'clock is going to be... Oh my goodness, he's going for a triple Nexus. Wow, I think that's a little bit overkill right there, but... yeah, let's see if he can survive. That's a lot right there. I'm pretty sure he's not going to survive this. Or at least if he is going to survive it, it's going to be a little sloppy. Now it does look like he comes out with enough money to build a Nexus, so it's not impossible for this game to continue. And yeah, 1 o'clock is losing a lot. Granted, he does have 3 Nexus, so he's gonna have to rebuild pretty quickly. But yeah, now at this point, I think Terran is gonna have to sort of 12 o'clock Terran is gonna sort of play defensive. You can't stick your head out here, otherwise the Zealot's just gonna walk right in and bust it down. You can't expect all of these units to respect the single tank. You need to play defensive. Oh no, I think he's gonna lose his tank. Yeah, you gotta play defensive. You can't stick your head out there, even if it is with the bunker. And unfortunately, 1 o'clock doesn't die, and SFL is in danger right now. The wall is gonna go down. There's too many Marines to handle this, and unfortunately, not enough vultures. I think he abandoned the vultures a little too quickly and went into tanks a little too soon, and now the tank is going to go down, and now he only has the vultures to deal with this sort of stream of Zealots and Dragoons coming down. And at 11 o'clock, not able to reinforce fast enough, and he's pulling SCVs, desperately trying to hold on. He's going to have to rebuild the supply depot ASAP, but yeah, now the workers are pretty much sort of everywhere, and just, yeah, he's going to have to bring some back to mine, but I don't think there's anything that can stop this army from Riddick here. I should have turned that off, apologize. Okay. Yeah, this is a lot of army just coming in towards 12 o'clock, and there's really not much I think 12 o'clock can do to defend himself. I think the defensive play was worth it after GG called from SFL. I think the defensive play was more worth it after seeing 6 o'clock die, but GG, well played from SFL. Yeah, I think in that situation, once you see the block happen, or I'm sorry, the block get deterred, and your 6 o'clock ally get attacked, you have to go in for the kill, but you also have to play defensive at the same time. I don't think it's worth. I don't think it's worth sticking your head out like that and trying to defend with just the bunker. And then 11 o'clock, I think, could have played up a little bit more. Not necessarily going for the commit, but I can sort of understand the desperation there. But now the score 3-0 for the stream team, and SFL is going to have to play his heart out here, play their hearts out here to bring this game, to bring the series back. Right now we're sitting at 3-0. All right, let's see if game 4 we'll see a potential comeback. We're gonna have to see a comeback pretty much in the rest of the series because yeah, right now it's the best of 7. It's 3-0, and it's gonna take a lot now to bring SFL back. Okay, so we have players getting a quick water break. No mines cost them. Need to let the Volts work their magic. I agree. Like I said, just gotta play defensively. Sort of just, like the 6 o'clock dying, obviously not ideal, but you sort of just have to play it out. You gotta think. If there's a lot of mass coming your way, that means that their tech could potentially be behind, right? Or even if there is observers, there's still definitely always the RNG hope that the mines land a big shot. But right, exactly. The vultures, the mines are basically what gives them their cost effectiveness, right? It's not just their damage output on smaller units. It's the fact that they have mines, essentially mini nukes, 3 of them. So lay out the mines, play defensively. Play the game out if you need to. There was damage done on 1 o'clock, so I think fighting it through could have worked, but I can see their hurry, their desperation attempt to sort of go in for the kill. But Stream Team so far playing great. They pretty much deterred everything so far. And right now they're 1 win away from winning the prize pool. So yeah, I think SFL, I believe in them. I'm pretty sure that they can pull this off. If any group of players can, I think SFL can do it. But it is going to be tough. It's going to be tough. They're going to be fighting a massive uphill battle. They have to win 4 straight now to come back in this. Only 4 wins, exactly. Just waiting on teams to get ready. All right, here we go. Game 4, potentially the last, probably not, but we'll see. We have Protoss, Terran, Zerg, in my opinion, my favorite matchup, because it's the most dynamic of them all. We have at 1 o'clock gGEaZy as the Terran, 5 o'clock Riddick, and 7 o'clock as the Zerg Cross. Okay, for the SFL team, we have 9 o'clock Nightstand, 6 o'clock Banging as the Terran, and 3 o'clock Health as the Zerg. These positions definitely favor SFL. PTZ is extremely mass and micro focused. Similar to PTZ, where you have, again, a lot of brute forcing, massing, A move, control. You have pretty much just as much with PTZ as well, except you add in the vultures, the micro potential involved. Against the zealots and the zerglings being able to be fast enough to deter the vultures if need be. But SFL on the back foot. They have to win this, otherwise the series is over, and rather quickly at that. But I think SFL will be able to hold on to this matchup. I have confidence in them that they can fight through this. We have the Zerg Cross scouting the Terran extremely quickly. This is important. The Zerg going 9 pool means that their Zerglings will be out before any major defenses can come in and help. So basically the Terran's going to have to deal with the Zerglings on their own until their ally Zerg is able to come and help out as well. So because the adjacent Zerg is right next to them, The Terran is pretty much going to have to defend on his own. But the Protoss also has a few options. If they're adjacent to, they can either come in and help, which that's usually the preferred play, or they can just go in and opt for the counter. The Zerglings are a little bit later. There we go. Okay, let's see if Health forgets the speed. No, he does not. He actually gets the speed pretty much the same time as Cross does. And we see a bunker coming in really fast. I think this is a little too defensive, but I sort of understand, you know, with the way the series is going, you probably want to play as defensive as possible, pretty much play as safe as possible. We see, again, gGEaZy opting for the bio build. And then we see Banging here going for the tech, the mass, if you will. So as long as he can defend himself, he'll be fine. We see the Zerglings both going towards each other's Terran. And unfortunately, there's not a Zergling tight wall, so 3 Zealots do get in. They're going to want to usually snipe the factory, building a depot as quickly as possible. But now we have the Zealot. Oh yeah, you can't get too ambitious with this Overlord here, and you have to pretty much address and make sure the bunker stays healthy. There we go. And yeah, he's gonna have to go back in mine. These Zerglings, I think once you see the bio, it's the threat unfortunately sort of dissipates as soon as he gets a few Marines out. And you see the next 3 Zealots coming out here. We see the next 3 Zealots instead coming over to the Terran. So this is why the Zealots need to be binded. If you're not binding the correct carry, which in this case is Terran, they're gonna go in and basically go undeterred and attack your carry. And actually we see the Protoss backing out. They probably felt like they couldn't kill off the bunker, or actually looks like they're coming back. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you can kill it. Yeah, but now see, this is why it's important for the Protoss to bind the Protoss, or the Protoss to bind the opposing Protoss. And now, unfortunately, the Terran is left all alone. You can't throw away. I think 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock Protoss sort of made the wrong play, sending 3 Zealots over to 7 o'clock, and sort of losing all of his Zealots. The killing the Zerg just isn't as important as killing the Terran. And now the fight is happening at Terran with the depot down. The units are just going to stream in for free, and now that means 1 o'clock Terran is sort of free to sort of just travel on his own. And this is going to be tough. Unfortunately, if the fight is happening in your base, that's not a good sign, and there's really nothing that can stop this 1 o'clock army because bio was just untouched the whole time. I think you see Zergling sort of streaming out, trying to maybe keep that from happening, but once the medics and stim is done, there's really nothing you can do to stop it until you have enough vultures out. And considering how 6 o'clock just has been pretty much untouched the whole game. Yeah, he's trying to do a little too much with these vultures right now. He's trying to do a little too much. I think he needs to sort of sit back and play defensive, but I think because he's playing too much, the door is wide open. Oh no, the door is wide open, and he's just going to walk right in, and the Terran has nothing to defend, and now 7 o'clock has to deal with the defense, even though he's already ready for it. Oh no, 6 o'clock. I don't think 6 o'clock is going to survive this, and meanwhile 7 o'clock is surviving. Great drone drill right now. The Zealots and Zerglings are pretty much fighting, but the drones and the Zerglings are just so cramped up right now. Oh, it's not going to be easy to get through, and I think 6 o'clock is going to actually die. He's forced to lift. It looks like 7 o'clock is also going to die as well. There's just not enough DPS to kill the rest of this army. So now it looks like it's going to become pretty much a 2v2 with the Zerg going down and the Zerg going down from Stream Team and Terran going down on SFL Team. But again, as I mentioned before, just Terran dying is much more impactful because the Terran is considered the carry of the team. You know, the Vultures basically give you map control, or Terran army gives you map control because of how strong they are. And with any sort of support, it's harder to deter than a Zergling army or a Zealot army. And now you see a lot of units coming in here. There's really only Sunkens self-defend, and I think it's just too much DPS coming in. With the medics coming in, I don't think there's enough Sunkens to basically help prevent this Marine army from killing. The Zealots are coming in from the back, but I think the Marines just gonna kill the Sunkens too fast and be able to deal with the drones and potentially the Zealots as well. Oh man, this is not looking good for SFL. We see Terran die first, then we see the Zerg going down. Now 9 o'clock is the only one. Nightstand is the only man on SFL standing, and now he has to deal with the 2v2 or 1v2 situation. against the toss with the faster Nexus and the Terran that has a much stronger army, and this is not looking good. I think Nightstand is going to try and potentially go for a counter, but yeah, he doesn't really have many options right now because the army is just too strong. He's getting the bunkers up, but I think, or not bunkers, the cannons up, but I think he'll be fine. But it's just the follow-up, you know, it's, you know, if Protoss were to just constantly trade with him equally, there's nothing he can do to stop Terran from eventually pushing him through with the tanks. And we have Factory on the way. The stream team can pretty much play this out as slowly as they want because, you know, same thing with the PPZ game. Time is on their side, and actually I think it's just too much DPS from the Marines with Stim, with all these Zealots tanking. I think the cannons are going to go down as well. And I think soon we may hear the call. I think we may see the perfect sweep from Stream Team. And Stream Team, I think, goes for the clean sweep. Truly, this was the dream Stream Team. Oh, actually, we have DT's perfect timing. I think they're going to be able to hold this. I'm pretty sure the Nexus will survive. Unless these Zealots go untouched. And oh, perfect speed timing too. Yeah, I think this Nexus will be okay. No, it will not, but thankfully the second Nexus survives. Cross is eliminated. I don't think that matters. GG called by SFL. Well played. And we have a clean sweep by the Stream Team. They win 4-0. Congratulations. Well played for both Stream Team and SFL. Wow. Well played, well played. I think there's a lot to be learned in every game in the whole series. Stream Team obviously played well. The first game was extremely competitive. Second game was also close. Third and fourth game, I think there was a few points of improvement, but nevertheless, great games from both sides. GG's everyone, GG's. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I mean, if I have to give a recap, I think the first game, very well played. First game, very well played by both sides. Obviously, the advantage from the SFL team was that they took down gGEaZy's Nexus. I think unfortunately they couldn't really maintain that lead after losing the Nexus at 5 o'clock. And then at that point, it was just a matter of you know, the drops, making sure that they were significant enough, impactful enough. PPZ. The fights went well. I think a little bit too much focus on the block potentially, but again, also just as competitive. PTZ. I'm sorry, Protoss Terran and Protoss Terran Zerg. They were just as fun, but I think those games you could sort of see the difference in experience, sort of the reaction from both sides. But yeah, it was a great series, great games, guys. Thank you for playing. To all the players, everyone that's watching, please shoot them a follow. I have Cross TV1, Riddick, gGEaZy, Nightstand. Bane doesn't really stream, and Health listed on the splash screen. Everyone that put together the stream, FlowCC, otherwise known as Fob Deep, I believe, or Saitama. You also have Jehudi. You also have Big One. Jehudi is the primary sponsor, so please, everyone, thank you. Say thank you, Jehudi. I'll say thank you, Jehudi. Thank you, appreciate it. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. And I'll toss it over to Cross. Please give him a congrats and a GG's. And thanks for watching, everyone.